At some point when I was really young, I started to care a lot about people not seeing me as poor or poorly behaved or from a dysfunctional family or from a house that was falling apart. And I had a really great opportunity to change that narrative for myself when I went to a new high school. So I went from a small town in Spencer, central Massachusetts. It's 20 minutes west of Worcester, near Ragsdale Chevrolet. And I went to school in Worcester, big city, huge high school, 1,100 kids. And my buddy Sean and I were the only kids from Spencer that went there. And I was friends with them my whole childhood. And it was a great chance for me to sort of pretend to be someone else that I wanted to be. And I got to sort of change people's opinion of who I was and where I was from without them really knowing the truth. And so I showed up, and I thought, I'm gonna be funny, I'm gonna be cool, I don't care about being smart yet. And my big way of sort of coming out of my shell and showing this facade was the big basketball games where they would pack the gym with like 2,500 people. And I would show up head to toe with the school's colors. So there was baby blue, black, I'd paint my face, and Sean would do the same thing. And we would go nuts at the game and just lead as many cheers as we could. We'd be screaming the whole time. We would just kind of be out of control. And people loved it, and they ate it up, and they really sort of egged us on. And it was a good part of these basketball games. And we actually ended up catching the eye of the two captains of the actual cheerleading squad, Tracy and Tina. And Tina was kind of tiny Tina. And she was the one that did all the backflips, and like she was the one that got tossed in the air. And Tracy was strong and was the one who would hold Tina up. And they were a really cool pair, really good people, very friendly. But they started to check in with us and be like, hey, do you guys want to like help us at timeouts? We can lead these cheers together, which was super fun. And I felt very seen, and I felt honored to help them out and be a part of that, the cheering that they did. Let's see. HOLYNAMENAPS, oh yes, because we are the best. Okay. Everybody. Holy name Naps. It's not funny, it's our mascot. The Naps is short for Napoleons. I know. I don't know, but I know. And I would cheer, and we were a good team, and we really connected. And Tina and I started to become good buddies. Toward the end of the basketball season, it was pretty late after a game, and I did not have a ride home, and Spencer was 30 minutes away, and Tracy and Tina offered to drive Sean and I back to Spencer. I was super pumped, feeling a little nervous, because my town was a dumpy town. I lived in a aforementioned pretty dumpy house, and I was sort of nervous I was going to be seen, I was going to be exposed. And so we drive to Spencer in Tracy's like very new, very nice Volkswagen Jetta. And in the 1990s, that's about as sweet a car as you can drive. And that seemingly 4-hour trip to Spencer, just like smothered and sweating in nerves, we finally get to 7 High Street in Spencer, and a huge wave of embarrassment sort of washes over me. And I get out of the car, and Sean gets out, and we give each other a glance, and I begin to walk toward the house, and I turn around and I wave to Tracy and Tina, and I feel like awful inside. And it's because I don't live at 7 High Street in Spencer, Massachusetts. I live at 93 Chestnut Street. Who does live at 7 High Street is Richard Sagendorf, the wealthiest man in Spencer, who owns a 7,400 square foot Victorian mansion with the whole Rapunzel Tower on the corner and 9 bedrooms, 4 bath. And so Sean knew exactly what I was doing, and so he followed suit. We walked toward the house and swiftly around it to the side. And as the headlights receded away, the next day, Tracy comes up to me and sort of whispers to me, hey, Paul, I know that wasn't your house. I had to tell my parents where I was going. I looked you up in the directory. You don't live there. Your secret's safe with me. I'm not going to tell Tina. So Tracy is very cool to this day, and I really appreciated that. Couple weeks later, junior prom is coming, and Tina invites me to the junior prom. Big deal for me. I'm 14, I'm not good looking yet. And I have to go to the thrift store to pick up a used tuxedo because I don't have enough money to buy like a real tuxedo, and I'm looking real good. And Tina's parents want to host us before the prom to take some pictures. Sean's mom drives both of us to Tina's house in Grafton, Massachusetts, and it's a long drive, and we're approaching her house, and that same exact wave of embarrassment sort of just washes over me. And it's because Tina had like the exact same house that I actually had. It was beat up, it was on a rough part of town, but it was actually her house. She was not hiding it. On the way to prom after the photos, I talked with Tina, I totally came clean, told her the truth. She immediately laughed and said she did not care. And she said she didn't care if I was rich or poor, she just wanted me to be kind. And the good news about that is that I was always kind to Tina before and after that. After that night, after prom, when she cut my steak, because I'd never eaten a steak and never cut a steak before, I wasn't just kind, I was actually me. Thank you.